Good morning, students. Today we are going to begin our revision in English literature, lesson 1. Already I have given you the gist of this lesson earlier. So I'll just remind you overall story about this lesson. Thereafter we will discuss the question answers and the exercises which are very important to you. So, lesson 1 is about the night the roof blew off. Is an autobiography, autobiographical passage written by Ruskin Bond, and he himself is the narrator of this lesson. So, as we already learned, it was a night. And it describes how the author and his landlord's family managed a confused and very terrible storm wreaked on their house on the foothills of the Himalayas. And when we were learning the question answers, you also must have come to know the author's house was of 100 years old. So it was quite old. So it can be expected a wreck on the house when a confused and terrible storm hit. And he explains about what had happened during that time. So here the passage evocatively describes a storm that raged in Missouri one night. So they were staying there in Missouri. The fury of the rain and the wind blew off the tin roof of the house in which Bond was living at the top floor. Battling the icy water pouring down the roof and the floor that was flooded, the children of the family helped him to carry his books, manuscripts, and his precious typewriter to the safety. And he further explains how they survived that flowing water and lashing wind and the blinding lightning throughout the night. And it is very interesting to read how they managed this confused storm and afterwards how they went ahead thereafter. And you know that together with the author, an adopted family was staying, and there were 3 children along with their father staying over there, and they were the one who helped. They were the savior for this author to things to transfer from one place to the other where the water was logging in his own room in the top floor. Okay, let us see the question answers. We will go one by one. Before that, the exercises 1 we will see about we have the fill in the blanks or choose the correct option given to you, and already I have sent this into your through the PDF. So I suppose you have already done this in the book, but all the same we will have the revision of it together. Page 6. Choose the correct option from the brackets to complete these sentences, and during the test time most of the times we will get this type of optional questions. So whether it is a question answers, whether it is even including the extracts, short questions you have to learn. So it may not come like extract, but from the extract short questions can be come for your exams. Let us go through together. Number 1. The author talks of an incident which happened to dash. So, we learned he himself is a narrator. So, the option is to himself. So, 3 options are there. A friend, James Thurber, and himself. So, the the correct answer is himself. Sudden storms are frequent in the dash. Plateaus, plains, and foothills. So answer is foothills of Himalayas. Rakesh and Mukesh were brothers. So cousins, not related. So we have the answer brothers. The water from their house was seeping into the rooms downstairs. The top floor was filled, then it was coming, sticking down to the down floor rooms. So option number 2, rooms downstairs. The family spent the night huddled in the woodshed around the fire in blankets and quilts. The answer is blankets and quilts. The carpenter and the tinsmith repaired the roof. So Rakesh and Mukesh father named Prem, he had gone out when the storm was subsided, and he brought a carpenter and a tinsmith and repaired the roof which was blown off that day. Then we have the question answers. We'll just go through. Describe the author's house. Who lived in it with him? So description of the author's house, and along with him who lived over there. The answer is already given to you, but we will go through this. The author's house was a 100-year-old one. It was a 3-story building with a roof made of corrugated tin, and the ceiling was made of wooden boards. The author lived with his adopted family, Rakesh, Mukesh, Dolly and their parents. We have the second question. What damage did the storm do to the house? The storm damaged the roof and the ceiling of 2 of the rooms. The roof was blown off by the storm, which damaged the electric wires too, and there was no electricity. I suppose you have your book and the copy in front of you, and please follow it. Number 3. The question is what object did the author consider precious? So it's a simple answer. Typewriter was a object that author considered as a very precious. The 4th question, how did the children help the author? Earlier we told that situation, the children were the first one to help the author to transfer all the things from that particular room to the downstairs. The children helped the author by transferring his books, manuscripts and clothes to their room. Number 5. What did the family do the morning after the storm? So Prem, the father, went to a carpenter and a tinsmith to repair the roof, while the others started putting things in the sun to dry. So we have already told that one who Prem, that is the father of those children, went out to call the carpenter and the tinsmith, and they repaired the roof which was already blown off. Number 6. Why did the author and his family have no option but to repair the roof and stay in their house? The author and his family had to repair the roof and stay in the house because vacant houses were impossible to find in Missouri. So there was no option for them, so they have to repair the same house and stay over there. So these are the question answers. Then we have the extracts. Extracts, as I told you, the short questions of the extracts also are very important. So please learn just like a question answers so that you can understand when the question comes answer for the one word or a one sentence. The first one, so that's it. I thought nothing worse can happen. So that is extract taken from this lesson. And who is the narrator of the story? So narrator of the story is Ruskin Bond himself. And what has just happened? So explaining what happened. His bedroom roof, battered by the storm, has blown off with the wind. That is what happened, and he himself narrates about it. Second one, what happens next? The ceiling disappears. So in that part of the time, after sometimes the ceiling, naturally the roof went away. Blown off means the ceiling also begins to get destroyed. What does the narrator do? The narrator picks up his typewriter and goes to the front sitting room. So it was very precious, so he took that and he moved to another room. The second extract. Dolly squealed and ran for the door. Squealed means she jumped with the fear. So that is extract taken, and you know the Dolly is the sister of the both Rakesh and Mukesh, the adopted family members. Okay, why does Dolly squeal? So you know the I suppose you have read it well. In that you will find what happened. Why did Dolly squeal? Squeal means a loud cry with fear. Dolly squealed because a large field rat had leapt into the desk in front of her. So while they were doing the transferring the things, Dolly found one field rat came from out to get shelter, got inside and jumped in front of her on the desk. So she got frightened and she squealed, made a loud cry. Number 2. Who comforts her? What does she or he say? Dolly's brother Mukesh comforted her, saying that the rat was only sheltering from the storm and it was all right. So you don't get frightened. That's only just a rat came out from that is also wanted to have a shelter. Next one. Who is Toby? So while reading the lesson, you must have seen this character Toby, a mongrel dog, their pet dog. So Toby, a mongrel, is their pet dog. Mongrel is a kind of type of breed of kinds of dog. The breed of the dog is a mongrel. So that's why it is given as a mongrel. So Toby is their pet dog. Overall to say. Now we'll move on to the. So that's it. We have from this lesson. Then the rest of the exercises parts we have not taken because it has to be explained to you more. So I have not yet taken. So we will not be getting questions from this exercise part only. Inside questions like a fill in the blanks can come. So please learn it properly, read it, make it short. Learn to make short questions and answer by yourself. Okay, all right. Thank you.